I've got. I don't know if.
Did you ever have you?
Did you have a kink?
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Thank you. Yeah. For the opening. Hello and welcome back to
What's the Safe Word?
I'm Am.
And I'm Samson.
And today
we're getting curious. I have so many questions for you. I'm not kink shaming. I'm just kink asking why.
Is this your first Curious Kinks?
I think so.
A virgin.
And the cabaret girls, each and every one a virgin. No, it's my first time for Curious Kinks, but I've edited a lot of these, and so I feel like I'm in the flow.
So welcome to Curious Kinks. This is the 8th episode in the installment of us diving into your secret, divulged kinks that you've never told anyone.
And the forum is where we read anonymously through some of your kinks that are taboo or that you've never shared with anybody before.
In the forum that is still open down below, where we kind of break down how kinks form or even just the commonality of kinks. In thousands of people that have submitted, there's always like 10 to 20 people that are into whatever you think no one else is into. Trust me.
There can be 100 people in the room.
It's one of those reaffirming things about being human. It's like there's always going to be a weirdo out there for you.
As we go through these kinks, I want to give everything kind of like a sliding scale of something that's like really unique in our own opinion, Beyonce enters the chat, versus something that's meh.
Unique? That's what you are. Stilettos kicking vintage crystal off the bar.
Today's first secret kink starts, happy trails. I fucking love them.
Fucking love it, mate. I fucking love it, mate.
It's like cat on catnip. I just want to rub it all over my boyfriend's happy trail. I love it when men stretch and you can see their happy trail or their V-line. I just want to ravage my poor boyfriend when he stretches. Ooh,
big stretch.
Big stretch. Can you give everyone a big stretch? Oh my God. Oh wait, you don't have any hair there. What the heck?
No, I buzz, but I do have betters.
I love a hairy guy, personally. And of course, hair fetishism, very common. Everyone's got it, from hair partialism to just trichophilia, which is just people that love hair. Makes total sense. But I'm curious, do you find, like, what part of the body do you think is the sexiest when hairy?
For me, it's tough because I kind of like a smooth boy, but sometimes I like it if someone's like selectively shaved and like their chest is still hairy.
I just like them hairy. I love a hairy man.
You like your gorilla boys, don't you?
Ook, ook. Yeah. 42% of Americans say that they prefer your pubic area or happy trails to be trimmed. And it should be important to note that about 20% of men have a happy trail. The rest have hair on their whole abdomen or abdominal hair without any specific patterns. Now for me, I'm a happy trail. I'm one of that 20%
you
there.
Are.
Yeah, I got just a little fuzz there, but I have hair nowhere else.
Yeah, you're smooth everywhere else.
What'd you say?
Smooth, S-M-O-O-F.
Like small?
Smooth. I am a golden retriever and I will not be changing my vocabulary to fit modern standards. I always feel like with hair, the people who have it don't want it, and the people who don't have it want it. Everyone wants to be opposite.
I wish. But that's how fetishes and kinks also work though too. Trauma or the things you don't have can definitely form those grooves and make you especially attracted.
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a 3 or a 4, because I feel like everyone at least can like relate to like, you know, your gym crush like taking off his hoodie and like his shirt rides up just a little bit and you see like the top of like a jockstrap band or a compression shorts band and it's just like...
Next kink. Hey Samson, are you into most kinks that we've talked about today?
Not most, but some.
Your nose just grew a little bit. Are you sure about that?
That's just the HGH.
This next one says, my boyfriend showed a kink that I totally fell into. Basically, it's about transformation into donkey, like in Pinocchio. The kink involves many things like braying or putting on a fake tail or mimicking the ways of a donkey or how a human would react if they were becoming a donkey. This is also some roleplay about fear and self-mockery because the transformation shows that you're being naughty. And of course, of age, guys who go to smoke, drink beer, or go off to Pleasure Island. The kink really turns me on and I'm very lucky to be able to share it with my boyfriend. Aww.
That makes me so happy.
You little donks, you little donkification. So donkification, Donkey King, Donkey Boys, they're very much in the same kind of animal roleplay headspaces like pups and cats and other animal role players. But with donkeys, it's so much about humiliation and feeling goofy and dumb, but also somewhat inebriated and affected, and almost always comes back to Pleasure Island.
This is the monkey's paw. This is the, oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Like, it's totally fetish fuel. I completely get this from Pinocchio.
Are your ears getting longer, Samson?
Oh no.
Is that a tail behind you? Stop, you're gonna turn someone on. This one's very akin to transformative movies like A Werewolf in London, The Shaggy Dog, and it's just when people like start to turn into...
No, it's already happening. We can save you.
Okay, where would you put this one, Samson?
This one, I think I would actually rank like a 7 or an 8. I think that if you explain this logically on paper to a lot of people, they'll be like, what the fuck? Why are you like this?
I'm like a 6 or a 7, and maybe only because I see so many people who are into like being a donkey or like a dumb animal role player that it feels a little bit more like, yeah, everyone's kind of into that. But the pleasure island of it all is what really gets it and makes it a little bit more creative about how people have turned this almost archetypal story plot point in a fairy tale and are like so much a part of their kink and their fetish and who they are, and I totally get it. But what I also get sometimes for my kinks and fetishes are cravings I can't control. I just get that frenzy to get that fix. And sometimes we need to change those... And sometimes we need to get those cravings under control with today's sponsor, Fume.
Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that's perfect for anyone who's looking to break away from some bad habits or just wanting something enjoyable to use. It's nicotine-free, non-toxic, and completely guilt-free. Now, flavored air isn't like vaping. If vapor was compared to sticky sodas, Fume's cores are closer to herbal teas. Fume has lots of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint, orange vanilla, and with flavored air, you can satisfy your oral fixation, which I know a thing about, through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion. Even physiology shows stopping a bad habit cold turkey is hard for your brain, and Fume works by replacing your hand-to-mouth fixation, calming nervous tension, and distracting you from your bad habit with delicious flavors and just a little bit of fidgeting.
Oh, okay, no, the squishy bit.
With no batteries, no vapor, and nothing to charge, it's easy to use, safe anywhere, and looks amazing with a sleek, high-quality design that anyone can love unboxing. With refreshing flavors like mint that reminds you of an herbal tea, or just an orange vanilla that reminds you of your favorite dessert, Fume fills the void of that bad habit, but also helps to make a difference and promote wellness and better habits within your life, as well as being backed by doctors within the US.
Also, wait, watch this.
Wet. Oh.
So switch it up and start a new habit for yourself or get a gift for one of your family members with Fume by heading to tryfume.com/Safeword and use code Safeword to get a free Fume topper when you order a journey pack. It's the perfect addition to make your gift even more special. It's something your favorite pup or kinkster can chew on. Again, go to tryfume.com/Safeword or just use the QR code on screen and join the over 700,000 people who have already made the switch to Fume as part of their daily habit change journey. Grab yours now, support the show, and try my favorite flavor, cinnamon.
Thank you, Fume.
Next up, we have 3 powerful words. Puffer, jacket, kink. Ooh, you feeling your PJK fantasy?
I've never... Okay, so we've seen gear all the time. Your gear.
Your gear.
You
You
want
wanna
to
get
gear up
geared
and
up?
kink.
You wanna play?
It turns out sometimes when people are talking about their fetishes, you just need to turn north. Maybe face north. Maybe
no.
go to the
Please
north
don't.
face.
Oh my god.
Never heard of this one specifically spelled out before, but I've absolutely seen like the puffy jacket kinksters, especially overseas in like the UK, much bigger I feel than here. But turns out Vice has actually done an article on puffy jacket fetishists. Say that 5 times fast.
Poofy, joofy, footy, foopy, poopy, peeps. Poo poo pee 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 poo poo.
Now, puffy jacket aficionados, rightfully called puffies,
Love that.
I love
I love it.
is a huge fetish fan club online. Tons of people make, you know, JOI videos or just specific puffy jacket like bondage where you're tied up while in a puffy jacket. And the creators go on a limb saying that there's a huge community for this, but also this is one of the hardest like special comms they do because you're literally in a warm jacket or in like a full suit of puffy, and you're also tied up and squirming. Like I'm hot right now, and I'm mostly clothed.
This would be terrible for me because I run at temperature level, let's say 5 million.
Ooh.
And yeah, no, this is why I can't do rubber, even though I love the way it looks. It's just physically too uncomfortable for me.
This community is so fun and creative and colorful. This one's getting a 10 creativity level for me. I love this. It makes sense, and I don't know why, but Puffies is just a cute kink name.
I am going to make a kink prediction here that in the next 10 years, we're going to see this explode.
And it'll be your fault.
Yeah, it'll be, we'll be partially responsible.
No, I'm blaming you.
Oh God.
I hope you brought your number 2 pencil.
Number 2.
Oh.
It's not that kind of episode. Next up, we have, why isn't there more pencil dick porn? I find the idea of skinny penises, peni, whatever, quite arousing. I mean, I'm gay, so any penis is a storm. But there's something about skinny ones. What would such a kink be called? Where are the pencils? Where is the body?
Well, there's SPH, which stands for
Small penis humiliation.
ding, ding, ding. But I don't think there's TPH. This is definitely more of like a, ooh, transgressive, like taboo. Oh no. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Would you rather get fucked by a pencil or a tuna can? Either long and skinny or or like this thick around and this long.
I need to feel that round. I need to feel that girth.
That round thing.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Pokemon. Round.
What sound does it make? Oh, I feel like it would just go.
Preceded only by a zip. Zip.
I also think that this is one of those secret kinks that relies on the thing you don't have. And when people feel that tension, feel that like insecurity, that's sometimes when they're the most aroused.
Yeah. What are we rating this one on meh to like everyone's so creative?
I like this one. I'm gonna be like around, like more towards you and everything is creative. I think this is really fun. I've never heard of a pencil dick kink.
I would probably rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 and number 2. I'm really glad they had the guts to write that one down.
I want to laugh, but I don't have time in my schedule. Maybe I'll pencil that in.
Oh! You really led me into that one.
Sharp. Can we go to the next kink now? I'm tired of us as well.
Dude, what's gonna happen when we're daddies? We're gonna adopt boys and they're gonna hate us so much.
Or they're gonna be worse. We might create monsters. Uh-oh. It looks like you forgot your number 2 pencil and this next kink because this next one just says ballpoint pens.
Ballpoint pens?
Something about how smoothly the ink flows around the ball, how it builds up into a pool when you draw a long line, and how it has the potential to stain fascinates me. I love Pilot G2s, but Bics are the best for skin. Besides writing on someone, marking them, maybe getting the sheets dirty, I just love using ink as lube. Oh, ink as lube?
Ink as lube, okay.
All right.
Well, I mean, I have seen people dye lubricant. I've participated in that before, so I can get that. That's kind of gunge-coated.
Proving the pen is mightier than the sword being a dick sometimes, but I've never heard of somebody being turned on by ballpoint pen. I get it, the visualization of like that ball, like, you know that frustration when the pen stops working, you're just like...
Edging.
Literally. But when it starts to work really well, you kind of get that release, that ooey gooey pen ink.
This makes total sense to me. I love pens. I love calligraphy pens.
Oh, and the clicking. I could see someone be like, it's almost like a clicker for a dog trainer.
Yep.
But this is the true form of fetish. This is someone literally being fascinated by an object, a thing. Where do we think this lies?
This is more on like the 8 or 9. Like this is pretty creative. I haven't heard. I've heard of like artists fetishizing their pencil. Like they love what they can create with it. But the actual ink or like the motion itself, I love that. That's unique. Next up, we have my kink is specifically what the internet likes to label biblically accurate angels, or the strange, almost body horror-esque angels seen in Ezekiel, Ophanium, Cherubim, etc. Specifically, I like being the angel. Foreplay for myself and my partners is dolling me up with eyes drawn on my body and rings, fun jewelry everywhere. We even have a chest harness with wings on it, and we do a little bit of safe fireplay to mimic the more fiery aspects. One of my partners likes to roleplay as demon as well, which leads to other kinks like defilement. I love this. This is very, very interesting. Okay.
Biblically accurate angel kinks is nothing I've ever even considered before.
Although what is very common in a lot of the hypno-gooner beta spaces is like satanic, like dark-sided devil, like serve the dark lord.
Corruption kinks. Yeah. Huge.
Big. Huge.
And it turns out, I found out through some research, angecophilia is a sexual attraction to fictional humanoid entities such as angels, fairies, elves, and specifically catgirls. And I'm not sure why they're attacked on there, but meow.
Meow.
Makes sense. As someone who was raised Catholic, taboo, shame, and stigma that's put on our bodies, our sexual energies, it's no wonder that they make angels sexy in that regard.
This is where companies like Twisted Beast, I love like their branding and their imagery where it's like all really demonic and really, I think it's hot. I get it.
What do they sell?
You'd have to look it up. I don't know. You'd have to find some of my other content at other sites to find out.
Where's the angel lying on our creativity platform here?
I'm going to say this is a 9 for me, just because I have heard of like the demonic thing, and so I can see how that ties in. But it's up there.
I will say though, pen person and angel person, pen, pineapple, apple pen together, like draw some eyeballs on your boyfriendo and you're both happy. Whoever's into injectophilia, you might want to actually call this next person who said, when I was 8, I knew what a cat o' nine tails was because it was used on Jesus and our church had one so authentic. I'm 90% sure it was from a sex shop.
No. Okay.
There are Christian kid cartoons and shows with biblical figures getting tortured, martyred, and enslaved. A lot of books in the Bible also use the term master and mistress. From a young age, you're taught you must earn God's love via complete and utter submission or else face eternal torment. Needless to say, the whole God will punish you for thinking about sex thing backfired. And basically, I caught the PK, preacher's kid, reading leather daddy smut in the middle of a sermon?
Oh God, you know that turned out bad for that poor gay kid.
So this is just it. Like there's actual studies that have examined the relationship between religious or religiosities, that just feels weird saying, and sexual fantasies do have an overlap. And within this study in 2004, there were those of us that reported being of religious background got more of an enjoyable sexual fantasy high than just straight, normal, heterosexual intercourse.
That's so interesting. It's something about feeling wrong, feeling right.
It's
like,
the stigma.
Yeah.
It's when you're told, hey, don't stop,
drop it,
and Samson of course goes,
yeah, and Samson goes, well, if eating last Friday's leftovers from the trash bin outside is wrong, baby, I don't want to be right.
So where does this one fall on creativity? Just Bible-related kinks.
I think this is literally like the classification of a one.
Yeah. Meh. Everyone's into it. The trauma, the stigma, the shame, and that's why it's hot.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma.
This next one is my absolute nightmare. It's called...
Can you hurry up here?
No, God!
You need to read this quickly.
Being in a rush, tight time. I know somebody's coming up the stairs, coming home soon. That adds to the rush. Being in a rush / tight time. If I know somebody is coming up the stairs / coming home soon, that adds to the rush. Pun intended.
Ooh. Okay. Gotta go fast.
I feel like this probably became a thing from somebody who was like jerking off while their family was not home and they knew their family was coming home.
Clock that T.
No, I hate this one. I have very low tolerance for what I call DST, which is drag standard time, which is about 4 hours after whatever time zone you're in. So if the show starts at 9, you know that first drag queen for that first number, she's not still showing up till 10:30. I feel like a thing about time and respect because you and I are both very busy people. And so I don't like being rushed and I don't like other people rushing me.
I have nightmare dreams all the time about being late for something. So this one's not on my like, oh, this is fun. But I will say that a lot of people talk about these kinds of fetishes and they consider them stress fetishes. So I understand that high tense pressure, like almost like, makes you horny. It makes you stimulated and maybe not in a good way to begin with, like you're stressed and like, but then you lean into it and you're like, you let go. And I could see how that stress turns into tension in a good way. On the grand scheme of things, I'd say this is like a 3 or 4 in creativity. It's kind of like, it's not. And also stresses me out in a bad way, so I'm not really into it.
Mr. White Rabbit, don't hop past me boning in the parking structure. No.
This next one starts with the name of the fetish / kink, anorgasmia. And it's a kink I developed because I have it. Do you know what anorgasmia is?
If I'm going off the prefix, I would go an would be not, and orgasmia would be orgasm. So it would be like not orgasm.
It's essentially the delayed or inability to get off fully.
So isn't this usually, I feel like a side effect of like medications or certain antidepressants where they're like, it makes it really hard to like come.
Sure, or it's just a medical issue that people have to begin with at times.
Yeah.
What I love about this one specifically is it's turning that negative into a positive. It's something that you were born with or that you just have, and it turns into something a bit more sexually tense, but in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. I've known people that have things like this, whether it's like hydrocells, and so they find someone that's really into big balls, or they are medically incontinent, so they find someone that's really into diapers. Like, turn your negative into a positive. Again, there's always going to be some weirdo out there that thinks that you're the hottest thing in the world.
It's me.
I've never heard of this. I support you, and this one's getting a 10. That's so creative, and you're turning lemons into lemonade.
This is just like chastity, but like the medical version of chastity.
Happy Locktober.
Okay, after reading the first 3 words, I had to go back before I start talking and be like, is this right? Okay, here we go. Kettle chips ASMR is my kink. The ridges are by far the most superior crunch.
Okay, First of all, it's gotta be the salt and black pepper kettle chips. Those are the best, and they do have the best crunch. What is gonna be your kettle chip of choice?
Salt and vinegar.
Oh, okay. Let us know your favorite kettle chip to eat in front of a chip fetishist in the comments.
Chia.
So when a crunch is both felt and heard, someone that's into this fetish is gonna get totally turned on. I get the sound of crunching, and in fact, there is psychological connection between something that is crunchy being fresher to our brains. So I absolutely understand why that would kind of turn you on, or at least make you happy.
This kind of relates to the pen one earlier too. It's like a lot of these are the sexualization of things that many of us find very satisfying.
Oddly satisfying videos always give me that kind of ASMR or almost like this sexual undertone of just being satisfying to a really weird part of my brain. So I absolutely get this. But according to actual psychologist Hugh Humphrey, MD, a functional medical psychiatrist, crunchy foods lead to enhanced neural responses in areas of the brain that experience pleasantries and reward, increasing the sensation of well-being and secondary reducing stress.
I know I feel less stressed when I eat a bag of chips.
I've got a 128 gig chip. I've got a 32 gig.
No, I already tried to eat those, but they're flavored weird so that kids don't put them in their mouth.
Yeah, they're salty, you know? So
I learned that the hard way when I tried licking one of my Nintendo Switch cartridges. They make them taste bad on purpose. Why would they do that to me?
Because you're just a little guy. Where is it? 10? 7. 7's a good one. Okay. Very creative. We're kind of riding the pendulum here. We're really crunchy over here, and I think we're about to get, I think we're gonna get a little more wet, because this next one says, I've always had a thing for water and swimming. Something about being in water or watching a person who's in water is super hot to me. There's a bit of an aesthetic aspect, but it's also just the freedom of being in the water and having so much ability to move, being touched all around, not to mention the primal aspects of it. I've always felt really at home in water, like I'm tapping into some core part of myself, just a great experience overall. Tap? Like water?
My profile specifically says no taps. This makes complete sense to me. I think even just in pop culture sense, when something is portrayed as like the Notebook of like two people embracing in the rain, or it's inherently sexualized. I get this. It's kind of like, yeah, it is everywhere by very nature. Like it is conforming to every part of your body.
And I think it also kind of goes hand in hand with wham or wet and messy, as well as sploshing, where you're getting the person that you're really attracted by wet or messy because that just, it's humiliating, or it's like, oh no, I'm vulnerable, but also wet. And wet means sex sometimes because everybody knows how sex ends.
Because lizard brain. Lizard. Lizard. Lizard.
This one's more meh than oh my god for me. As someone who grew up as a swim instructor, lifeguard, and somebody who taught swimming lessons, I'm not aroused by it, but I think that it's very common that people are aroused by things that are wet and messy.
Yeah, I think this is inherently pop culture, and once something is pop, it's no longer culture, so I'm gonna rank this as a 1.
Though, once you pop, if you like kettle chips, you just can't stop.
You just can't stop!
No. Oh, baby, you get this one.
This one is called Colorophilia/clowns. It took me a long time to acknowledge it because I think I was too weirded out by the idea at first and sort of kink-shaming myself. But for some reason, I find something really sexy about clowns. I'm a bit fussy about which kind though. I prefer white face or mimes over august and character clowns. Sometimes scary clowns work for me too, especially Art from Terrifier. I also have a similar attraction to the idea of being turned into a clown and performing for a partner. I think it's just the permission to be silly and goofy and maybe a little bit humiliated. The costumes are also just really pretty and fun. I haven't ever told anyone about it, so thanks for reading.
Aww. The form's still open if you want us to read your kinks. No, I love when people give that little flavor context of I've never shared this with someone, because that's the point of this, is for people to have a space to talk about the things that they think are wrong or shameful or not allowed, and then for us all to share it with the internet with consent so that other colorophilia, or clown lovers can enjoy that. And you said it as well, at my birthday, you're into clowns because it's humiliating, goofy, silly, and you get the permission then to follow in suit.
I really understand this one actually. So I had a recent experience which really opened this up to me. I had a go-go gig that hired me to be a sexy caveman for a Jurassic Park spin-off musical thing. And that was a sentence.
Clever girl, got it.
Clever girl, yeah. And part of it was just during the pre-show and intermission, you were going out and I was dressed like a fucking caveman. It was crazy. And you're very ooga booga, and it was just interact with people and play with them, and it was clowning. It was clowning. It was, sneaking up behind some dude and pulling the hat off of his head and then making him, throw his girlfriend's chapstick into the hat to earn it back or something. It's funny and it's playful, and I think we all have such fear around sex sometimes that just taking the piss out of it and just making it literally play, making it playful, can be so sexy.
And it turns out the internet's got all the receipts because around the year 2016, when a certain movie hit the scene, you might say it hit the scene.
Is that long ago, really?
Well, one of the remakes.
Yeah.
But according to Pornhub, the searches for clown pornography during this increased by 213%.
Wow.
With women being 33% more likely to search for it than men. And similar sites like X Hamster reported searches for clowns and pornography around it increased 50% around the same period. Again, because people were really into Pennywise.
I think, again, scared and horny are those wires can get crossed a lot.
Scorny.
Yeah, but it's funny that those wires can be crossed, or you can have this completely other take of playful horny.
I'm not into this, but I absolutely understand the playfulness of it, and I know tons of people who are. So where are we clowning around? I feel like this is actually right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's not meh, but I see so much of it online. It's a fun, sexy, interesting. I think it's kind of for everyone to try if they're into it, even if you're scared of clowns. And I know a lot of you are, so sorry to trauma or trigger you.
And the last one for today, we have, I am really turned on by doing it while me and my partner are fully clothed. I am turned on by naked body as well, but there's just something sexy about that. Even sexier for me when my partner is wearing some sort of face cover too, meaning helmet, mask. Man, they're really that bad looking? Damn. I guess I like the anonymity, but don't get me wrong. It's not like, you look so ugly, put something on. Damn it. They beat me to it. I love my partner's face and body. Okay, they caught my shade before I was able to.
You think you're so funny.
You
think you're so funny. Maybe you should put some clothes on.
Oh, and hide these floofy shoulders?
This is like the opposite of what most people are. This person clearly has like a clothing fetish. Again, a fetish where you are hyperfixated on a thing or something that people wear, and that turns you on. I wear socks to bed. Don't fucking fight me, okay?
But you know what I love? Wearing socks to bed and then halfway through the night taking them off.
Ew, no, God, don't touch me. Then monsters can touch my toes, and I don't want that.
I do kind of get this because for me, going to like Marshall's Beach, which is a gay nude beach here in San Francisco, I have always found a guy in like a Speedo that's like really colorful or cute or a pattern that's nice and the cut is good and the bulge is bulging and the butt is budding. I find that a lot hotter than just a guy who's totally naked, which you can be. It's a nude beach.
I think with wearing clothes, there is almost this mystery as to what it's going to look like underneath, you know? Whether it's a puffer jacket or it's biblically accurate, clerical, I don't know, garb.
No, I love the mystery. I think everyone kind of loves the mystery. It's why we love burlesque, right? It's this slow, deliberate, sexy, take it off kind of thing.
I wonder if they could do the opposite, like putting more clothes on and this person's like, yeah!
Oh my God, anti-burlesque. Anti-burlesque. Great
drag name.
Great drag
Please,
name.
welcome to the stage.
Anti-burlesque, and she puts more clothes on as she goes along.
I love it. Okay, this one's creative. This one gets a 10.
This one gets a 10 for me.
And not to leave the house fully clothed after fun sex, but that's it. We're done. All that said, Samson, which one was your favorite Curious Kink that we went through today?
I kind of like the water one. The more that I think about it, the more it makes sense. I also think just like usually around water, people wear less clothes. I love a Speedo. I love a beach.
I love a time. I love a place.
I love a toaster. I love a bath.
But I hate people. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I think my favorite one today was probably the donkey one, not because it's new, but because I love seeing the donkey boys. They're really into hypno. They're really into getting dumb and stupid and just animalistic in their play, and I really like that. So shout out to the donkey boys.
Also, my favorite song on the new Lady Gaga album, Mayhem. Hey, donkey boy.
We about to get up all night playing
like
on
a donkey.
Yeah. But whether you're a furry or not, always have a safe word. Today's safe word is
Vivid.
because whether you're into a pet shop of horrors or just us two, you're gonna have fun here. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us today. I always love these episodes.
These are always good ones, yeah. So the form is still open. If you still want to jump in there, maybe we make this 8-episode series into a 9.
Or a 10. Or maybe 20 or 30. Who knows? This series can go on as long as you guys have something new and different. Thank you guys again. We could not do these episodes without you guys being vulnerable, sharing what you're into, and also letting us kind of make fun with. Never at, never of, because I want to be very clear. We're all into something. We all got that animal brain for something, and you deserve to have fun, safe, consensual kink that turns you on.
My favorite piece of advice with kink is you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but you're going to be somebody's shot of whiskey.
Don't forget to leave your comments down below of your favorite curious kink maybe we talked about today, or if you have a secret kink you don't mind sharing with everyone in the comments.
And if you want to be notified of our future videos, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell icon.
As well as check out today's sponsor, Fume, who's keeping our lights on and making sure that we can continue making wonderful sex-positive content just like this. And we will see you all next time. Bye! Why are you standing like that?
I'm comfy.
You're standing, you're fully like flexed.
I know, I'm stretching.
Sorry.
They can't see it.
I know, but I can.
They don't know what kind of bombastic curves and swerves I have in all the right places. They don't need to know.
You're like fully flexed though, and it's okay. It's fine.